They said Cash App just made it easier to pool your money with friends. Do you use Cash App, Reeves?
Very rare. I use it to send my children money, and every once in a while, I got friends that don't have Zelle or something like that, and I may send them something through Cash App.
Okay. So they say they have this new feature called pools. So imagine you're trying to get a group together to chip in for something. Maybe it's a payment for a trip, a cruise, maybe even a meal, birthday bash, maybe even a gift. Cash App saw the people struggling and said, hey, we decided to drop this pools feature to make things smoother. Now, this is how it works. An organizer that you, or if you're setting it up or anybody else, can create a pool for a specific goal. Let's say you're collecting $1,000 for a group gift. Then you invite your people to contribute. Now you're going to ask me, how do you do that, right? And you hit them with your cash tag or send them a direct link. This makes it super easy for everyone to find the right spot to send the money. And then now when your people go to contribute, they don't have to go jumping through the hoops. They can pay using their Cash App balance, which is convenient, or even use Apple Pay or Google Pay, which most people already are using anyway. And they say that this is a big plus because it makes it accessible for people who might not have a Cash App balance loaded up. And here's the kicker: Cash App isn't charging anybody any extra fees, nor not the organizer and not the people chipping in. So basically, they're saying we really want you to use this pools feature. Now, as an organizer, you are not left in the dark. The pools feature lets you track who's paid up and how much. So you don't have to have a separate spreadsheet and say, you paid $30, you paid $200, this one haven't paid anything. You don't have to go calling and reaching out. It's right there. All right. And then they said, once all the money is collected, or whenever the organizer is ready, they can easily transfer that collected cash right in their main Cash App balance or send it straight to their bank account. Now, this feature is all about making group money collection less of a hassle. That's what they're saying it's for. And instead of one person having to pay for everything up front and trying to get it reimbursed from everyone individually, Pools centralizes the whole process and is designed to cut out the awkward conversations and the constant reminding, allowing groups to collect money for shared expenses with more ease and transparency. Just remember, they made it clear this is for your personal group. It's not for investing and it's not for charities. Revis, before I ask you, what do you think of this? Gotta ask the audience. What do you think of this Cash App group payment thing? Are you feeling it or not? 1, I like this. No more chasing people. 2, I'm not fooling with Cash App. 3, how much are the fees? 4, if everyone is comfortable using it, I see no issues. Or 5, somebody will take issue with this method. 1 through 5, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think Cash App pools group payments has something here? Revis, your thoughts?
Well, you say Cash App balance. I never leave a balance on Cash App, ever. But I still can use Cash App because it comes directly out of my bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Will you still be able to use it that way?
Well, you're saying if you want to send somebody some money, right?
Right. If I wanted to invest in the pool, if I want to put some money in the pool, will I still be able to put it in the same way, or do I have to use a Cash App balance?
No, you can use Apple Pay or Google Pay. It did not say anything about Zelle. Well, Zelle is the only way that you can send through a connected balance. But if you have Apple Pay or Google Pay, you can use it that way.
Well, of course, I don't have either one of those.
But you can also send a link that the person can send a link, and I'm pretty sure there's got to be another way. This just released today. So when it released today, it was like, hold up, this is different, So I thought this could be a great way to say, let's be on top of this before it actually rolls out. You, as the person that is the organizer of the event or that wants to be the person that's going to be making the purchase, you can look at this pool feature. It's for personal accounts. You can send out the link. You can send out the cash tag. So for a person like you, you said you don't have or you don't use or keep a balance on there. So I guess if I send you a link, it will connect to your bank account, and then you just have to upload some money from your bank account into the Cash App, and then there it goes from there.
But you didn't really catch on to what I was saying.
Nah, it went right over my head, player.
Well, let me break it down in layman's terms, because I'm not cheap. That was my excuse not to put no money in the pool.
It's always, I told you, it's always somebody gonna take issue with this method. Didn't we just, God. Well, it's funny because somebody said I'm gonna take an issue with this method, and someone else said if everyone's comfortable using it, I see no issues. Okay. Some things that you should consider, just be mindful of this part here. Is strictly for personal use, not for investments or charitable donations. And don't try to use it for something that you're not supposed to use it for. Not everyone is tech savvy as the next person. So navigating a new feature like pools, you might have to walk the person through the steps. And even though this article says that the pool money is separate from your main balance or tracking, you're still putting a good chunk of change into the app. Always good to double check their security measures and make sure that the funds are protected. And I know some people are like, I don't fool with Cash App because my money has been messed up or I've lost my money and I'm not dealing with that. So you can do it the old school way.
My thing is this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my thing is this right here. Because I don't trust Cash App. Is there going to be a fee or something if you cash it out?
Well, they said no fees.
Or do you have to use a card?
No, they said no fees.
Okay.
So no fees if you use this feature. Now, when it comes into that person's account, the question is, will there be a fee to get the money immediately, or do you have to wait the standard 2 or 3 days like they normally do? That part was not mentioned. It just says that there's no fees to use this.
Now, a question for you that Cash App wouldn't answer. Is it that Cash App is falling off and they're trying to find some way to make people start using it again?
No, I think for Cash App to not, and this is just my personal opinion, for Cash App to not even have a commercial, they're doing very well. A lot of people are comfortable using Cash App. You have Zelle, you have Chime, you have Venmo, you have PayPal. I know a lot of people have been burned with Cash App, but that still does not say that the masses are not still using it. Maybe a few people may have been burned and say, I'm not dealing with them ever again. The most secure method at this moment is probably going to be PayPal. And I say that because you can get receipts if you have a business account. You can get an invoice. So at least you know that there's an invoice there. Zelle, because of their recent changes that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, where they were shutting down the Zelle app if you did not actually have it connected to a bank account, you could no longer use that. I'm not really familiar with Chime or Venmo, so I can't really speak on that. But I do know that with PayPal, if you have a business account, you can send out invoices. You can track and see, hey, this person made this. Here's a receipt. There's a legal transaction, if that makes sense. Cash App does not give you that security. So if you send that money and you accidentally put an S on the end of the last name or forget to put the S on the end of the last name and you send it out to the wrong person and it's a similar name, you're going to have to try and track that money down yourself. There is no refunds.
So if it's a doppelganger, you may be in trouble.
Yeah, well said, sir. Well said. Well said. So, yeah, I think that's something that people should factor in. And hopefully that helps. So, Cash App, group payments, releasing now. It should be in your account if you're already using it. And you should just look for that new feature called Pools. All right. It's the Lab Tech Show. Join us Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern at thelabtechshow.com. Embrace it or get left behind.
Alrighty then.